Hi, guys.
Hi.
All right. Hopefully you can see us. You're seeing us. And with tonight's conversation, the 10 tips that we're going to give you tonight is going to be regarding Thanksgiving, just because it's coming up very soon. But the things that we give you tonight can be applied not just for Thanksgiving, not just for Christmas. It could be any party, any gathering, any social event that you go to, even if it's at work. It can be applied anytime. We want to show you guys a way that you can still have yummy food. You can still enjoy yourself without overdoing it, without sabotaging yourself completely, without derailing your whole diet, without getting you off on track. What we want to do is try to show you some smart splurges, like a way to splurge smart, I should say, a way that it minimizes the damage. So what we organize these with the 10 that we're giving tonight, we have them kind of in order, a way of where it's like a day in the life of what Jordan and I kind of naturally do, or we kind of plan to do. So it's going to be an order of like, okay, it's the day of Thanksgiving or whatever social event. This is going to be like your step one. And it's going to be like a little checklist that we're going to give you tonight. The best part is I don't want you to have to worry about taking notes. You can if you want to, but we have a printout. It's going to be like a checklist PDF for you in the download section underneath the replay of this video that will be in the members area. And we'll have it up after we're done with this session, probably the next day. So we will have a printout for you. So just sit back, relax tonight, listen to what we have to say. If there's something interesting you want to jot down that you can apply right away, go for it. But like I said, we have it for you. What else was I going to say? I guess a couple things you were going to say.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions throughout this entire webinar, please post the questions in the chat box. But if you look in your chat box right to the left of where you type in, you can click on that little icon and make it a Q&A setting. And that way, when you type it in, it'll pop up in my dashboard and I'll see that you have a question, and it's not like a comment or anything that you're replying back. So I'll know that's a question. Your questions can be related to health and fitness. They can be related to the webinar specifically. Doesn't really matter. If you have any questions, if we have time at the end, we'll try to do our best to answer them. And then also, if you have any technical problems, so the screen's not showing, you can't hear us, anything like that, please note that the chat room, the chat box, it'll be there. So you can still type in there and then I can see what's going on. If you do have any problems, on the bottom of your screen, you should see a little, I don't know, it's like a little button and it says having problems, and it says reconnect or refresh, and that will just refresh your screen. So if you have any problems, first thing I would do is refresh your screen, hit that reconnect button. The second thing I would do is, it could be a browser issue. So if you're having problems watching or hearing, it could be a browser issue. I would switch your browser. If you're on mobile or the desktop, I recommend desktop, but switch your browser. So try Google Chrome, that works the best. Try Firefox. I know Internet Explorer is probably the worst for this. I don't know why, but it is. So you could try that. And last but not least, just pop something in the chat box so that I can see if something's going on and maybe I can try to help you. I say we're ready to go. So, but just if you can, just please let us know in the chat box. That way we know if anything else is going on. But as of right now, I think we can start.
Okay, cool. The first tip, the title, we have a little title for each one. So the first one is plan your water intake. So we all know it's important to drink water, right? We all know that we need to be hydrated throughout our day, and that's important. But yet a lot of women struggle getting the right amount of water in. And if you've been with me any length of time, you probably know the little rule that I kind of give you as far as how much water you should drink. Take your body weight in pounds, like however much you weigh in pounds, divide that in half, and that's how many ounces in water you should drink. So if you're 180 pounds, you aim for 90 ounces of water, okay? So why that's so important is because it allows us to go into Thanksgiving or go into the social event, even days prior to, be hydrated, but going into that day so that you're not mistaking your hunger for just being thirsty because you're dehydrated. So that's the first thing. But the main thing I want to talk about with this bullet point of plan your water intake is when you go to sit at your meal on Thanksgiving Typically, you eat around noon or around 3 or 5, 6, whenever it is in your day, whenever that main meal is for your day. Maybe you guys eat more than once, but regardless, whenever you're sitting down to a main meal, what you don't want to necessarily do is drink and guzzle a lot of water with your meal, during your meal. Now, some people do the complete opposite of this, and I think it's the mindset, or because they think it's a good idea, because they're thinking, if I drink a lot of water during my meal, it's going to help fill me up quicker, and it's going to fill me up on water versus calories. So they would think that I'm just going to eat less, eat less calories. It's going to help me lose weight. I'm just going to fill up on water. That's not good from a digestion standpoint at all. Even worse is ice water, like really cold water. When you go to restaurants and you ask for ice water or just water, you get typically a glass and it's full of ice and some water. So you got ice cold water to wash down your meal. And what we don't want to do is, this is the general rule of thumb that I want to give you. So what you want to aim for is try not to drink a lot of water, ice cold water, 15 minutes before you eat, and then try not to drink a lot of water during your eating time period, and then try to allow up to like an hour after eating before you start drinking a lot more water. So when you're trying to get half your body weight in ounces in your day, try to do it first thing in the morning or in between your meals, those sorts of things. Now, I don't want you to stress and be like, oh my gosh, Laura says I can't drink any water during meals, like no water, no more drinking water during meals. I'm not saying that. Unless you have like severe digestive issues, then you may want to try that. But like, I know for me, I'm still going to sip on water because I mean, it's okay to sip on some water. It helps clear your palate. It helps, wash stuff down, that sort of thing, quench your thirst. But when people do it out of thinking that they're going to benefit from it really well if they drink a lot of water with their meal, I'm saying no, because the main thing is why when we're drinking a lot of water, the cold water, ice cold water, is having a negative effect on our digestive system, because our stomach has acid and bile that's there to help break down our food. And when we are drinking a lot of water, it's negatively affecting our digestive system. So we want to try to limit that best we can during our meal and save it for before that 15-minute period or up to an hour afterwards. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, you'll have notes on it, so we'll remind you, but that's just a good rule of thumb.
So you're saying it's not necessarily, we don't want to guzzle water, but what we do want to do is give ourselves a break from having the water. But if we want to sip on water, it's okay.
Right.
We're not trying to go to extremes here. We're not trying to say you don't have to have anything.
No.
We're not trying to say guzzle. We're trying to say you're allowed to sip on water. Right.
And I was reading too, like I was learning about this as far as they were saying it'd be okay if it was like room temperature water that would help, or if it was like a warm beverage, like a warm tea, or if someone did like room temperature water with a splash of apple cider vinegar in it, because apple cider vinegar helps a lot with digesting your food. So that could be something, just a little bit of that. Okay,
so the next tip number 2, is you want to complete a leg workout in the morning or a heavy, high intensity, like exhilarating workout in the morning. Strength training is what I'm hitting on. So like we talked about, we're going into sequential order here. So in the morning, like she talked about the water, the next step is try to get a workout in. And you want it to be probably a leg workout or possibly a total body or a upper body workout. You want to hit the major muscles. That's the point. So we're not talking about doing like a quick 5-minute ab session. That's not what we're talking about. And we're not talking about jumping on the treadmill for 15 minutes. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about strength training. So you want to lift the legs. You want to do it the total body. You just want to really exert yourself first thing in the morning. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to help boost your metabolism first thing in the morning. And because you just went through this workout, your body is going to require calories throughout the whole day. Specifically, it's going to need it so that it can rebuild all the muscles that you have broken and torn down. So if you go into a family event, family gathering, or you go into Thanksgiving, what what best way to do this than to have a workout, and then the food you're going to eat in the future, that's going to be used to rebuild what you just broke down. So if I didn't do this, if I woke up in the morning and I didn't do it, then I would know that the workout that I didn't do, everything else, it's not going to help me at all. But if I do a workout, it's definitely going to help me. It's going to assist me. It's going to help me burn fat also, like that strength training workout. Because like strength training, you're going to have a thing called the afterburn effect. So you're going to burn calories way after the fact that you've worked out. Yeah. Whereas if you just did a regular cardio session, most time you're just burning that within the time frame that you're running, and then it stops after you're done. Strength training, it's a prolonged effect. So you're going to be able to get a lot out of that. So we highly recommend doing a strength training,
absolutely,
or leg workout. Just make sure you're aiming for the larger muscles. You're not trying to hit the abs or something like that.
Like if I had to do something before Thanksgiving, I'm personally planning on doing a leg workout, because legs are my largest muscle groups. They will burn the most calories, and it'll require more energy, more calories, because calories are energy, to repair that.
Yep.
Okay, so moving on, number 3 is, okay, we did our workout, got that done, still in the morning. What's next? What's next is you want to have a high protein breakfast. So there's 2 ways to look at this. We're going to look at it from the standpoint as you did work out, and then we'll get to if you didn't get a chance to work out. So if I worked out, right after you work out, I've learned this from Jordan over the years. He's taught me this, is that post-workout, after your workout, it should be one of the largest, if not the largest meal that you eat in your day, if you can schedule it right, because your body's just going to use it up to help repair itself. So we want a high protein breakfast, anywhere from like 15 to 30 grams of protein. I know that may sound like a lot, like 30 grams, but trust me, I mean, if you can get that type of breakfast in the morning, it's going to help you from overeating and binge eating later on in the day, and it's going to help you repair from your workout. So you can still have carbs and healthy fat with your breakfast. I'm just saying concentrate on it being a high protein breakfast, not just a piece of toast to get you by till Thanksgiving dinner, all right? What I want to say also, if you wanted to eat something, let's say you woke up in the morning and it's like 6 in the morning and you're going to work out at like 7 and then have breakfast afterwards or something. You can have something small before your workout. Because I get that question a lot too, is like, well, should I have something before my workout? Should I do it on an empty stomach?
Yeah.
Some people do both. Some people do fine on an empty stomach. But I prefer, because of me, definitely, if you're going to do a leg workout, you need some energy. Have something small. I don't care if it's like half a banana with some peanut butter or an apple with peanut butter. Something where there's some carbs to give you some energy, and then a little bit of healthy fat to go with it to give you sustained energy, okay? And that'll get you through your workout. Then have your bigger breakfast afterwards, because your body will utilize it the best. If you didn't get a chance to work out, okay? So let's say you just weren't able to work out. I still want you to have a high protein breakfast. There's still a benefit to that, because what happens is what a lot of people do is they will wake up and they will not eat breakfast. They won't have anything till they get to their family party, their family gathering, or if it's at their house, they don't eat anything all morning because they're busy fixing food and they have nothing. They're waiting till that big moment of the feast. And we're saying that's not a good idea, okay? Especially if you're trying to lose weight, burn fat, and feel good, not feel like, after eating a ton.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is have that breakfast, and then maybe even a mid-morning snack, depending on when you're having your gathering, and that will help you.
Okay, so number 4, and like I said, we're going in order. So number 4 is you want to, and this is very simple, guys. Like this is an easy one, but it's bring a healthy dish. I kind of look at this like this is our insurance policy. If you're someone who you're going to the family get together, you're going to Thanksgiving, and you're kind of concerned about, okay, I'm going to go, I've been doing really well with my diet, been eating very healthy, but I'm really worried that there's not going to be anything there I can eat that's going to help me out. All the stuff's there is going to be bad. It's going to be bad, horrible for me. Well, what you can do is just bring a healthy dish, prepare something that is going to be good, that you would be comfortable to eat, and you could even share it with others too. A couple weeks ago, we were at a place and we brought a gluten-free pasta dish.
Because someone had celiac.
Someone had celiac disease, and that really helped them. And we even had like on the crock pot, we even had gluten-free pasta. And it was really funny because not a whole lot of people ate out of it because one, I think they were scared that it said gluten-free.
Oh, gluten-free. It must not be good.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's very good. You actually wouldn't even tell.
Yeah, and I feel so much better when I have like gluten-free pasta versus regular pasta. Like my body just
not bloating.
It just
I know. I hear you. Yeah.
So like I said, if you can, try to bring something healthy that's going to help you out. It's not gonna, it's not gonna deter you. I think that's easy but simple and good.
Yeah.
So the next tip is don't nibble on food throughout the day. And I would say that the majority of people are probably...
Let's just say the majority of women, too. I mean, let's just categorize it more specific. Yeah. I even fall victim to this, too. Just wanting to, a little here, Sometimes I do that.
So I'm going to give you guys a scenario, help you kind of get a picture of what people do, what this looks like. And keep in mind, like, let's just say you didn't work out. Let's say you didn't have... so you didn't have your breakfast or even a little snack or anything. When you get to that person's house or whoever is holding the gathering, a lot of times you're going to be starving and you're going to want to eat immediately when you get there. So let's just lay the scenario out. Let's say you get at the house, wherever it's at, and it's 11:30. You get there, food's still cooking. It's not ready yet, but yet there's like little appetizers. There's little snacks on the table in the kitchen. What do? Everyone's congregating around and you start to just pick and pick and pick.
Yeah.
And, it's just casual, right?
Yeah.
It's social. It's
social eating. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, there's nothing, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it, but it's just a social thing that people do. And it's a lot of times it's just, we're unconscious that we're even doing it, but it's 11:30. You start to snack on some stuff. And then let's say you guys eat at 12:30, somewhere in there. So the main meal comes, the feast comes, and then you eat that, right? And then what happens after that, right? Maybe around, let's just say 1:30, somewhere in there, dessert, right? So after you had your meal, dessert.
You can't not have dessert.
Everyone goes for the pie. Everyone goes for the cookies.
Bulging out of your pants.
The fudge, the brownies.
I'll make room for dessert.
So then there's that, right? So you're still eating, and then after that. This is very typical with the men is after that, everyone's like, tummies are out to here, they're stuffed, they're hurting, they're in pain. Oh, we just need to sit on the couch, watch some football or whatever it is everyone does.
Right.
And maybe the ladies go back in the kitchen and congregate and talk about things.
Yeah, whatever happens.
But guess what happens in this time? There's still little snacks out everywhere and people are just one by one picking and snacking, or maybe it's just the casual drinks that people are having.
Sure. Yeah, alcoholic beverages.
Maybe it's just some of that stuff.
Yeah,
and
all calories.
So you're picking, you're drinking, you're doing all this stuff. So if you think about it, from the time of 11:30 all the way till possibly 2:30, 3:30. I mean, I don't know, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Whoever it is, they haven't stopped eating. They have continually ate the entire time. And what this does is you're not giving your digestive system any rest at all. There's no break for it. It's really taxing on it. So it's really hard. And if you guys remember what we talked about, like the nutrition boot camp, it's really important to eat in a short period of time and then give your body some rest. Eat, then give your body some rest.
Yeah.
Every couple hours. I mean, we're talking, 3 to 4 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Could even do 2.5 to 3 hours, but you're eating and then you're giving yourself rest. Eating, giving yourself rest. So if it was me, I would have had something in the morning. I would have make sure I wasn't starving when I got to whoever's house it was. I would, eat the food when I get there, like the main meal. And then as I'm having the main meal, maybe have a dessert or two, something like that with it. And then I'd stop. And if I wanted more food later, what I would do is I would wait, 3-4 hours afterwards and then have the seconds. And just a little reminder, the bigger meal you have, then typically the longer amount of time you need to eat again. If you're having something short, like a little, or something small, like a little snack, then you don't need to wait 4 hours.
Right.
If you're having something larger, then yes, you would need to wait 4 hours.
Yeah.
So, like I said, number 4, don't nibble throughout the day.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just moving on, because I don't know if you guys have picked up on it yet, but I've mentioned something on digestive health. He just mentioned something about digestive health. You want to know what are we on? Number 6? Number 6 is on? It's on digestive health.
Yeah.
Number 6 is take digestive enzymes right before you eat the meal. So again, we're talking about Thanksgiving meal, a bigger meal. This doesn't necessarily have to be just for a big meal. It could be just an ordinary day that you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, or any time that you're eating something more problematic. Digestive enzymes could help you big time. This is just one that Jordan and I take. I've taken them years ago. Maybe you have too, but we recently just started back up a couple months ago. And we find that they help us. Digestive enzymes, what they are, what they do for you, why possibly get them. Digestive enzymes help break down your food. It helps break down fats, carbohydrates, proteins, dairy, problematic foods maybe for you to eat. That's why I'm suggesting it before Thanksgiving, because for me, I don't try to eat a lot of gluten, wheat, dairy, but Thanksgiving, it's going to be the inevitable. It's going to be in several different foods. So for me, taking 1 to 2 capsules of this right before I eat is going to help me break down those problematic foods for myself. It helps with bloating. It helps with, what does it say? Occasional gas. And it greatly aids in nutrient absorption. So what that means is not only is it going to help you digest or break down your food to digest, but it also is going to help you aid in absorbing the nutrients from our food. And a lot of people struggle with this big time. They may not realize it, but they're malnourished because of their digestive health. It's all whacked out. So what I mean by that is it's not so much, you hear like you are what you eat, like if you eat a burger, you're going to get fat, but whatever. Well, it's not so much. We know what I mean. Like you are what you eat. You hear that. But I kind of disagree with that to a point, because it's not just you are what you eat. It's you are what you can absorb.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So if you're having problems absorbing the nutrients from food, you're going to be malnourished. You're not going to get the good things. So if you're having an apple, you're thinking, I'm doing good. I'm having an apple. There's 50% vitamin C. I don't know if that's true, but let's just say there's 50% vitamin C in this apple. But till you absorb it and digest it in your body, you may only get in like 10%, 5%. That's so low. And it doesn't have to be like that. So digestive enzymes, this isn't like the holy grail of digestive enzymes. This isn't like the top-notch one you can get. This is still a very high quality digestive enzyme. We got on Amazon. You know me, I love Amazon. But this one is, I'll maybe zoom it up. It's called Natural. Can you guys see it? I don't know if you can. Natural Goal Digestive Enzymes. And we just take 1 capsule on a normal day. Maybe before Thanksgiving, we'll pop in a second one. 1 to 2 is fine. And you just do it right before you eat. So it kind of prepares your body. You can take it with your meal too. It doesn't have to be just before, but you can take it with your meal. But the thing I want to mention is if you take something like this to your family party, your family gathering, and you feel like maybe some family members or friends or even a coworker or something is going to like come up to you if you like start popping in pills, maybe they like, may say something to you such as, what's that? Is that a fat burner or what are you taking? If you think someone's gonna give you a hard time about it or question it and you just don't even want to go there, like you don't even want to start a conversation, try to explain yourself, then you can do something as simple as putting this in your purse or putting 1 or 2 in a Ziploc baggie, putting it in your purse or a little pill container or something. And then right before you know you're about to sit down and eat, go to the bathroom, take some water with you or go to the sink and go like this and, whatever you're going to do and just do it in the bathroom. Do it privately. So it doesn't, I'm just thinking of different scenarios that I've been through, where you just don't even want to explain yourself. It's not like I'm taking drugs or something bad. It's a digestive enzyme, something natural for your body to take. But you get my point. Do it in private if you want to. It doesn't have to be a big deal. And then that can help you. It's just a tip. You don't have to buy them before Thanksgiving. Get them anytime and start taking them. It doesn't have to be just for Thanksgiving. Take them as a normal part of your day. It's going to help your digestion. I really think so. Oh, I'll say this too. Do not go to CVS, to Rite Aid, to Walmart and get some cheap brand, generic brand of digestive enzymes. You're going to waste your money, okay? I'll just tell you straight up. Get a high quality one. Get a good quality digestive enzyme. Like I said, this one's on Amazon. It was like $25. And we share this. Like we just get 1 bottle. We split between the 2 of us. It'll probably last us, I don't know, a month or so.
I think a month,
Yeah. So I think it's a great price for what you're getting. If you want to know the link for this, let me know in the chat box. If you want to know the link to it, I can put it in the members area for you, or put a picture of this one. Like I said, there's different ones out there, but if you need help, if you need a good starter one, I'll share that with you. Not a problem.
And I just wanted to say too, like a lot of times when people take any type of pill, and this is what kind of going back to what she was saying, how there's like that awkwardness with sometimes with people. Whenever you take any type of pill, people immediately think, oh, you know, it's illegal, fat burner, something like that, right? I mean, you could be taking a multivitamin and someone like, you know, red flag, and it's always someone who has no idea what they're doing or what they're talking about, and they just get that, you know. So just want to say that the digestive enzymes, there's nothing wrong with it. It's completely safe, nothing harmful, nothing illegal. Your body produces digestive enzymes.
Oh yeah.
So if you have a hard time digesting your food, this is just aiding what your body can already do.
Yep.
And I mean, I know a lot of times when you have a lot of bad food over the years, it's really hard on your digestive system. So this really helps out.
Yep. Okay. So moving on to the next point. Number 7 is, okay, so you went to the bathroom and you put your little digestive enzymes in your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. You have your digestive enzymes. You're about to take them. Next step is you're about to eat. You're getting your plate. You see the buffet of food. So the next step is survey the buffet. Overlook your options. I'm very good at this. I like to see my options. Maybe, I don't know why. You do it too, though, maybe. I don't know. But
no, you're really good at doing it. Yeah.
Look at your options, because what happens a lot of times is we're hungry. We start at the beginning of the line and everything looks good. You want everything. So by the time you get to the stuff that you really wanted, your plate's already full, you know? So a good tip is survey the buffet, and there's 2 ways to look at this, okay? I'm going to be from the standpoint of probably Jordan and I both, as we're going to do it for Thanksgiving, is we're not going to try to be super strict, okay? We like balance in our life. We've done the strict route, trust us. And we look at a more balanced approach to where we make choices that, you know, we're going to enjoy ourselves within reason. So I'm going to be from that standpoint. Jordan's going to give from a standpoint of someone that's really trying to stay on track and how they can do that. Okay. So anyways, what you want to do, or what I do, is I look over at my options just real quick. You don't have to, like, you know, make a big scene about it, but just pick the things that would really satisfy you, that would really make you feel like, you know what, I really enjoyed my Thanksgiving. Like, I felt like I got my fix. I got what I really liked. Things I only have once, maybe twice a year. So for me, it'd be things like, okay, I see a salad someone brought. I love salad, but I have it almost every day. I'm going to pass on that. I would rather have green bean casserole with the stuff in it, because, you know, anytime we have green beans, it's just green beans with some onions and mushrooms in it or something. I want something different, you know. Or, you know what, I would pass on the rolls in a heartbeat. I don't care for bread and rolls. I mean, how many times have you ever seen me?
You always pass on the rolls.
Yeah, I don't need the bread. I would rather have a piece of pie later, you know. So be smart with your choices and enjoy those things. Or another way to look at it too is, okay, I'd like some stuffing. I'd like some mashed potatoes. I would like some, name something, the green bean casserole, okay? That doesn't mean you need like 2 helpings of each thing, you know? Sometimes it just takes a spoonful of each one and you're good. It's not so much of hoarding a ton of it, but at least satisfying your craving for it and getting to taste those things instead of depriving yourself. Because then you feel like you didn't enjoy yourself and that you've deprived, and then you binge on something later at home or something. Okay.
Yeah. Like the little bad kid in the corner.
Yeah. So that's one way of looking at it, is, you know, picking your splurges and then leaving the things that you kind of have every day aside. So
you're going to have Aunt Kathy's sweet potato casserole.
Let me tell you, Jordan's Aunt Kathy, if you're watching or watching on the replay, you know how much I love your sweet potato casserole. I have it once, maybe twice a year. She makes it at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you better believe I make sure I have some of her sweet potato casserole. I'll give up a lot of other things so I can have that. Yes, that's one thing I have to have.
Yep. So all right. So anyways, going to the other scenario. So if you're someone who is really trying hard to, you know, make this year, make next year, your year, to where you lose the weight you want to lose. So you're really focusing on your diet, you're really focusing on your nutrition. You're just being spot on with everything. All right. If that's you, then this is how I would go into Thanksgiving or any other type of get together like that. When I would survey the buffet, what I would do is I would look for the vegetables first, all the vegetables, and then I would begin to load up my plate with the vegetables. Second, as I would look for the protein, and because it's Thanksgiving, hey, there's turkey. We're good to go, right?
Right.
So load my plate up with vegetables, load it up with protein.
That's right.
So what I'm lacking right now is a lot of the, what do you want to call them?
The fun foods?
Sure.
The fun foods? I mean,
so now there's not much fun foods on my plate, but my plate should be pretty filled with vegetables, pretty filled with the protein.
Yeah.
And it's, there's not a whole lot of room on it left, right? It's already been filled with a lot of stuff, but there is still some room on it. So what I would do then is I would look for just something that I would like to indulge in, but almost just have like a sample of it. Mm-hmm. Just to sample a couple little things that, I'm going to have a little bit of it. I'm not going to smash on it. I'm going to have a little bit just to have the taste, just to, be normal like everybody else. Mm-hmm. But I'm just going to have a little bit of it. All right. Now, this doesn't mean, because your plate's only so big. Mm-hmm. This doesn't mean that you put the vegetables on the bottom, the protein on top, and then you begin to layer it with all the other stuff. Right.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, you should have like a little space on there to put some of the other foods on there that you might enjoy more.
Good. That's good.
Okay. Okay. So are we on number 8?
Yeah. Is this helping you guys? Type in the chat box if any of this is helping you as we go forward.
Yeah. When we were thinking about this, we were just trying to think of what would we do.
Yeah. What are we going to do?
What would we do? What are we going to do going into this situation? And just trying to get it from our perspective on how we would handle Thanksgiving or any other type of get together.
Yeah.
So number 8, this one you might not have kind of thought this would be in this whole training here, but this one deals with understanding others' insecurities. And this is what I'm talking about. I really dealt with this when I did bodybuilding and when I was really doing like fitness modeling and just really trying to make sure I looked the best I could look. Laura dealt with it at the gym a lot. And it was with women, just really
coworkers,
women.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about is when you get people that when they see you're eating a certain way, and I think they do this, I know they do this subconsciously. Like they don't know that they're doing it. And what they do is, it's not like they're trying to, but they do. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll throw like almost like a little jab out, and it's a comment. And a lot of times it's in the form of a question, and it's something like this. It's like, are you really gonna eat that? Or, what's another good one?
Are you allowed to eat that?
Yeah. Are you allowed?
Do I have to ask my mommy? I mean, yeah, I'm allowed to eat it.
But you get it though. People look at you and say, "Are you allowed to eat that?" And it's.
Should you be eating that? I mean, you almost want to say, I don't know. Should you be eating that? I mean, it's like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little twisted, but they don't know that they're doing it. They throw little comments out like that, and they don't know that they're doing it. So this is what I wanted to say, that if you have certain family members, friends, coworkers, it's sad that they do this, but a lot of times it's deeply rooted in them when it comes to like maybe some bitterness, maybe some jealousy. Maybe they're just having a bad day, or maybe they're just, constantly depressed. Maybe they're just people that, they're never happy. I mean, you can just really analyze this stuff. But what I'm saying is that the problem is not with you. The problem is with them. They have these deep, insecure feelings about themselves, or like I said, there's some type of jealousy thing. Well,
we were talking a little bit ago, was like, I painted this picture in my head of a scenario with this, as far as, maybe you have a cousin or an in-law, sister-in-law, or somebody, a friend or something that you haven't seen in a while, like several months, and they're at home getting ready and they've put on 10 pounds or so. They've put on some weight. So they're unhappy with themselves. They struggled trying to even find an outfit to wear that day. Their jeans are tight and they're nervous to even go to this family function, because they feel like everyone's gonna be looking at them and saying, oh, she's put on some weight, so that she already has this depression, oppression on her. And then she goes and sees you with your plate, having healthy options or small portion of things and still enjoying yourself, and you're rocking out your new skinny jeans. You've lost 10 pounds and you're feeling good. And she sees that, she senses that, and inside it it's eating her up because she wants what you are
Yeah.
experiencing. She wants to know, what are you doing to be able to still enjoy yourself on Thanksgiving? And here I am not feeling good about myself. So that's what I mean is by those little jabs. It's just like, they don't necessarily mean to do it or break your heart, but like Jordan's saying is, don't take it personal.
Yeah, definitely. Don't take it personal. Like I said, it has nothing to do with
No.
you. It has a lot to do with them. And if anything, maybe it's a sign to you that you're on the right track, that you're doing something right.
Yeah.
If people are throwing these kind of comments out at you.
All right, moving on. We're on number 9 already, and it's called, wait, where are we at in the situation? Oh, we're loading up our plates, and we load up our plates. We're ignoring the haters or the people whispering in our ear saying, "What are you doing?" Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna sit down.
Are you eating that?
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna eat it. Leave me alone. I did a leg workout this morning. I deserve this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're sitting down with our plate. And what number 9 is, I want you to pace yourself. So hopefully you're not a ravenous person and you haven't been starving all morning. And, so you're able to pace yourself that way. So again, I feel like I'm just like beating you over the head with digestion and digestive health. But again, pace yourself has to deal with digestion. So with this, what I mean is I want you to chew your food and I want you to chew it well. Pay attention to yourself next time you're eating. A lot of women, a lot of people, they eat fast. Americans, we eat fast because we're on the go. Got so much to do, so much to do, so much to do.
In the car, throwing down
in the car, whatever, So, or when I'm sitting down to eat, we're standing and stuff. So what I want you to do is be aware of chewing your food better. And what that's going to do is just the simple act of chewing your food properly is going to help produce that acid, that bile. I'm sorry. No. It helps produce digestive enzymes in your stomach to help break down your food better. Plus, when you're not swallowing your food in bigger pieces, it's less work on your digestive system to try to break it down. It's like these big pieces of food. It's like, it's going to take me forever, Also, when you're taking your time and chewing your food, it's going to take you longer to finish your meal. That's okay, because what it is, roughly 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, 20 minutes. It takes your brain to signal, hey, I'm full. I'm content. By the way, you want to eat till you're content, never full, never stuffed full. You should not get to that point where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to unbutton my pants. You need to be just content. And giving that 20 minute, eating a little bit longer, you had that 20-minute signal saying, I'm good. So then you're good. Like, you're going to eat less food that way. And you're sipping on your water. So hey, life is good. So that's my tip for that, as far as just pacing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about like the Chinese culture, they take, I think it's like an hour to eat their food. A lot of times, like when they sit down to, with their family, it takes like an hour to eat their food, and they use like little chopsticks. So intentionally, they're taking small bites.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we could kind of switch over to that, to where we're thinking, we're here with family. Let's enjoy the food. Let's take our time. It's not a race. We're not trying to beat the next person next to us. We're not trying to see, hey, can I stuff all this food down my throat so that this person won't get as much as I got?
So we can get to the dessert quicker.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Okay. So, all right. So
Last one.
Yeah. So number 10 is, don't make Thanksgiving a 2-day feast. Now, a lot of people have gone into Thanksgiving and they're kind of like, nervous about it, because they're thinking every holiday, around the end of the year, I always gain weight. Come January, I have to work my butt off to lose the weight that I gained. And it's just this vicious cycle that seems like most people go through, right?
Yeah.
So it's already kind of bad enough, when you have those holidays, but what happens after the holiday? So after Thanksgiving, what happens, right? So getting towards the end of the night, a lot of times maybe grandma, or maybe maybe your mom or whoever, right? Someone's there, whether house you're at, and they offer leftovers. So a lot of times they hand out leftovers. People take leftovers, and you take it back home with you. So then the next day, you're now faced with the same Thanksgiving meal, and then sometimes even the following day. So maybe for three solid days, you have Thanksgiving dinner, and it's just there in your face, confronting you, right? So what do we do about it? How do we handle the situation, right? And there's
two ways.
There's two ways, right? And they're all based on different health goals.
Yeah.
So this would be, I'm going to attack it from maybe more of my standpoint, what I would do in this situation.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already pretty fit. I feel like I've already, I'm at a pretty good maintenance level.
And you have a healthy relationship with food. I feel like. Too.
Yeah. I eat pretty healthy. I mean, the majority of the time. So this is what I would do if I'm not as worried about it as maybe the person who really needs to lose, or they're just extra focused. Just really focused.
Yeah.
So what I would do is, let's say it's the next day. I have whatever leftovers are there. What I would intentionally do is, when I dish out the food on my plate, I would make sure that it's under what I would normally eat. So I would make sure that I'm not overfilling my plate, that I'm actually underfilling it, because then I have a mentality of this. Let's say I eat the food that I just heated up. I eat the food, and now maybe I can say to myself after the time has gone by, am I still hungry? If I am still hungry after that time period, then I know I can always go back and add a little bit more, reheat that up, and have that. But 9 times out of 10, after I eat that little bit that I put on my plate, I'm already full. I'm already good. I don't have to go about it. So I think what most people would do is they would just fill their plate up, because maybe they're thinking, I want to get rid of the food. I want to eat it up. It tastes good. I just want to get,
I don't want to go to waste, or it needs to get out. It needs to get out of the house.
Yeah.
So I'm going to eat a lot of it just to get it out of the house.
But that's a bad reason to do it, though. It doesn't mean you should do that.
Yeah.
So like I said, just, try to not put so much on your plate, and always have the mentality that I can always add more later on. But more than likely, your brain would have registered within 20 minutes that you're full, and you're not going to do that. Yeah. So therefore, you're minimizing damage after Thanksgiving or after any type of get together. Right. The next scenario.
Yeah, I'm going to take it a step further, I guess, as if I was the person that was really trying to stay on track, really just, you enjoyed Thanksgiving, I'm moving forward. I don't feel guilty about anything I splurged on. I feel good about it. I loved it, enjoyed it. I'm moving forward. But maybe, so there's two things actually. You either say, no, thank you for the leftovers. We're good. Thank you for offering. And then leave it at that, or give them to someone else. Or if you want to take some leftovers, just because, choose things that are the healthier options. Leftover turkey, mashed potatoes are going to be a better option than, say, stuffing, just because stuffing, unless it's gluten-free, it's going to be the wheat and gluten, versus mashed potatoes are pretty harmless. It's just a potato with some butter, maybe some milk. Yeah, it's pretty. So I would, for me, I would personally just take turkey, some mashed potatoes, maybe some green beans, whatever's left over on that end. But I would pass on the extra rolls, the extra pie, stuff that I just really don't want to have, or just don't want to start piling up on. So that would be a way to do it, is just pick healthier options if you want to take certain leftovers home, and leave the rest behind.
So hopefully any of these strategies that you guys can apply, and really if you look at it in the sequential level that we kind of laid out, you should have a pretty good roadmap as far as how to go about your day, how to handle it. And we just showed you like what you need to do throughout the day. And I'm guessing that some people can probably say, okay, I've done the complete opposite for years and years and years. Now that you know a different route to take,
tips,
try this and see how it works for you. Hopefully it'll minimize the damage that, gaining all these holiday pounds. And like I said before, this doesn't just apply to Thanksgiving. It applies to all the other holidays.
Yep.
Or any other gatherings. Yeah.
So we'll give you a little bit of time to type in a question. If you have a question on anything we went over, any other nutrition question, or any fitness question while we're here, now's the perfect time to ask us while we're here. And then we will dismiss for tonight.
Yep. So we'll just wait for a little bit. But while we do, Laura, is there anything, Thanksgiving is coming up. Is there anything that you would like to say that you are thankful for?
What I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for the women in my program. I really am. All of you guys are on live tonight, or watching the replay, or have done my programs in the past, present, or the future. I am grateful for all of you women, because my gosh, you give me a reason to get up every morning. I mean, you guys give me motivation. You support me. You encourage, inspire me. I know a lot of women look to me for inspiration, but trust me, it's definitely a two-way street. So I'm thankful for the women in my programs, in my groups. Some of you guys have become seriously good friends of mine. Absolutely. What about you? What are you thankful for, honey?
There's a lot of stuff I'm thankful for. I mean, I could probably make you a giant list of all the things I'm thankful for. I wake every day being thankful.
Yeah.
But really, I am thankful for our marriage.
Aww.
And what I mean, a little weird, awkward.
Thank you.
So what I mean by that is, I look at a lot of other people's marriages, and we've only been married for
almost 3 years. December 1st is 3 years.
Yeah, we're getting close.
A couple more weeks.
Getting close.
Yep.
But I look at a lot of other relationships, or even just listening to some of the men speak, and a lot of times you hear men just complain about how their wife is a certain way, and it's almost like, I remember before I got married, I was warned by so many men, don't get married, worst mistake of your life. Don't get married, worst mistake, and heard it over and over and over. But really, I'm very grateful and thankful for our marriage. I love waking up every day. And we spend a lot of time together too. So, I mean,
yeah, we work together. We work out together. We go to church together.
Yeah.
We do everything together.
Yeah.
We shop together, everything. But yeah,
I'm very thankful for our marriage.
Thank you, honey. Okay, questions.
Let's see if we have any questions.
Jenny, thanks. Some good ideas, and I wrote it down so I'll remember it better. All right. I know. I love taking notes too.
Oh.
Kathy, can you get digestive enzymes at Healthy Heart? I bet you could, Kathy. I think Healthy Heart would have them. They would be a good source. Somewhere that's like a health food store would have way better options than if you just went, like I said, Rite Aid, CVS, even Walmart. I don't know if they'd have good ones, but Healthy Heart, locally, I know other people are from different states and stuff, but Raisin Rack or Whole Foods, maybe some places like that. But like I said, I can share with you guys the one I'm taking to if you need some help. Carol, I celebrate my 38th anniversary tomorrow. Yay, Carol, 38. You just put our 3 years to shame. I thought we were doing good for 3, but 38, that is awesome. Yeah. God bless you both. That's awesome. Yeah. Chris, back at you, Lord. Thank you. All right. Before we close, there's a few people still on. There's, I think I've never done this before, but I really want to pray over everybody on this call and those of you that are going to be on the replay. So whether you're a Christian or not, if you want to just bow your heads with me, we'll say a quick prayer and then that'll be it. Okay. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this time with these women on this call. Thank you, Father, for the women that are on live with me tonight and the ones that are going to be watching this replay. Father, I thank you that we are blessed to just have you always, that you are always there for us. You're always there with us, that you will never forsake us. And thank you, Father, that no matter what turmoil is going on in the world, no matter how difficult things are looking or seeming, or even if fear starts to creep in, Father, I just thank you that we can look to you. We can look to Jesus for all of this, that you give us strength, that you give us hope, and just a reason to live every day, that we can live for you. Father, I thank you that these women are learning and valuing themselves. They're learning to love themselves more and more each day. I thank you that they are increasing their strength. They're increasing their health. They're increasing their mind, their emotional health as well, Father. I just thank you that these women are part of my life. And I thank you that you have opened a doorway for me to be a part of their life as well. And Father, I just thank you for my husband, Jordan. I thank him every day for just being a part of this with me, so that we can tackle this business together. And Father, I just thank you that we can enjoy this Thanksgiving before us that's coming up, or any holiday for that matter. I just thank you for tomorrow. I thank you for the next day, Father, that we may be grateful for everything in our lives. And I just thank you. We have so much to be grateful for. And it's in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Okay.
Amen. Okay, ladies, we love you guys. We'll see you next time. And hey, have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yep. We'll see you guys.
Bye.